We must understand that anxiety is often just thoughts. We imagine things going wrong or we think about things that could be scary, but thoughts are not always facts. They are just ideas or possibilities that pass through our minds. Just because we think something bad might happen doesn't mean it will. Anxiety tricks us into thinking that these thoughts are truths, but they are not. Imagine you are going to give a presentation. Before it begins, you might think, what if I mess up? Or what if people laugh at me? These are anxious thoughts, but they are not facts. Until you actually give the presentation, you don't know how it will go. So why believe in the worst? By understanding that anxious thoughts are just thoughts, we can start to feel less controlled by them. Another important idea is that we are not our anxiety. Sometimes we say things like, I am anxious or I am nervous, as if that's our entire identity. But anxiety is only one part of us. We also feel happy, excited, peaceful, and strong. Anxiety is only one of many feelings, and feelings are temporary, just like happiness comes and goes. Anxiety comes and goes too. It doesn't define who we are. If you remind yourself, I am a person who feels anxious sometimes, instead of I am an anxious person, you can begin to separate yourself from anxiety. This small change in thinking makes a big difference. Suddenly, you're not just an anxious person, you're a person who has many sides, strengths, and feelings beyond anxiety. One reason we feel anxious is that we don't believe in our own power. We feel small and think confidence is something we lack, but confidence is already inside us, waiting to come out. Confidence is simply the belief that we can handle whatever happens. It doesn't mean we know everything or that we will be perfect, but it does mean we trust ourselves to keep trying. Think about a time you learned something new. Maybe it was learning to ride a bike, read, or cook. At first, you might have felt nervous or unsure, but as you kept practicing, you became better and more confident. This confidence wasn't given to you by someone else, it grew from within you. The same can happen with any situation. Confidence is something you already have, it just needs practice to grow stronger. The idea that we can choose confidence is powerful. Anxiety often feels like something that just happens to us, but confidence can be a choice too. We can choose to focus on our strengths instead of our fears. When we feel anxious, we can remind ourselves of past successes, times we handled problems, or our unique skills. Confidence is not about ignoring our fears, it's about moving forward, even when we feel fear. Imagine someone who is about to run a race. They might feel nervous at the start line, their heart racing, but they remind themselves of their training and their love for running. By focusing on these positive thoughts, they choose confidence over fear. In the same way, we can choose to remember our strengths and let those thoughts be louder than our anxieties. Sometimes confidence can come suddenly, almost like flipping a switch. When we realize that our anxious thoughts aren't real or that we have control over our focus, it can feel like a door opening. This aha moment can bring sudden confidence. Once we understand that anxiety doesn't define us, we can feel free to try new things or take on new challenges we used to fear. Imagine standing at the edge of a swimming pool, afraid to jump in, but then a thought occurs, I can do this. You suddenly feel a burst of courage and jump. Confidence can be like that. It often appears when we take a leap of faith or see our fears in a new way. We don't have to wait years to feel confident. Sometimes it only takes one new thought to feel brave. Even though confidence can feel sudden, it also grows through action. Every time we face something scary, our confidence strengthens. Every small step we take helps us become braver. Think of it like building muscles. At first, lifting weights might feel hard, but over time, your muscles grow and lifting becomes easier. Confidence is like a muscle. The more we use it, the stronger it gets. Taking action can be as simple as speaking up in a group, trying a new hobby, or setting a small goal. Each time we do something a little scary, we prove to ourselves that we can handle it. And the more we prove this, the less power anxiety has. Anxiety can feel overwhelming, but it doesn't control us. It's just one part of our mind, and we can learn to see it for what it is, just thoughts and feelings, not facts. By recognizing that anxiety doesn't define us and that confidence is something we can choose, we can change how we feel. We can make confidence a habit, building it slowly, one action at a time. You are stronger than your anxiety. Confidence is not some magical thing only some people have. It's inside you, waiting to be chosen and nurtured. Remember, you are capable of growth and change. Confidence can be sudden, or it can be built step by step, but it is always within reach.